And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, another epic VeVe live stream. Today, we just have one drop. It is a blind box collectible drop today. A little bit different, no comic book today, switching it up a little bit. Today, we have a collectible drop, Series 1. Today, we have the Disney Villains. Shout out to everyone joining the live stream today. I'm going to be going over the details, what these look like, my thoughts on these, if I think these are going to be used in some kind of game. A lot of speculation out there. We don't know for sure, but I'm going to dive into all the details in just a moment. I'm going to be also going over VeVe and Chill episode 2. Shout out to NFT Pirates. Going to recap some of that as well. I'll share my screen just a moment here, fam. We got the Disney Villains Series 1. I like the look of these. Let me know in the chat what you guys are going for. I'm going to be going for the ultra rare Jafar. I think that's going to be the best one. That's probably my favorite. So I'm going to break it down. I like the way these look. You know, a lot of people are kind of upset with these. They're saying, you know, the quality is not the best, and I can understand that. But I think these are pretty solid. I think there's a game right now called Disney Emojis. Shout out to Cavell. He put out a video on the Disney Emoji game. Speculation if these could be used in it. We don't know for sure. Maybe this could be just a way to kind of promote that game. We don't know. I mean, eventually, I think it could be integrated at some point. But right now, I do believe that these are only the statues. So we have the common here. Ursula, this is $20. They're all $20. So it's another blind box today, just with collectibles. 13,928 editions. Now, I think for these drops, with the edition count, I think this is going to be a solid drop for new users to come in, you know, on board a couple collectibles. Maybe some of the other collectibles they wanted are out of reach. I think that's really what this drop is kind of for. It's kind of geared towards new users, I want to say. We have the uncommon here. We got the Queen of Hearts. 9,999 editions for this one. I like the way this one looks as well, too. Queen of Hearts, not impressed. The uncommon. Now we have the rare, the Queen. 8,888 editions. So not really that much of a difference between the rare and the uncommon. So I feel like there's probably going to be some opportunity for the uncommon here. I don't think these are going to be crazy expensive right away in the market. I think this could be a very cheap set to complete. I think this is going to be great for Master Collector Program points in case anybody maybe has been trying to stack up on some MCP points and hasn't been able to afford some other sets. I think this is going to be solid opportunity for those people. This is the ultra rare. We got Jafar here. I think this is going to be the one that most people are after today. I think this one probably looks the best too. I think a lot of people are into Aladdin. I guess this would technically be the FA of Aladdin. Jafar feeling like royalty. I would want to add this one to my collection. 6,666 editions. My game plan for this drop, if I did happen to get the ultra rare, I might just keep it, or I would look to see what it comes out in the marketplace. If it comes out at a high price point, I may sell it, flip it, and then try to buy it back once it dips down. I don't think this is going to come out crazy expensive, but I think it's going to be a good opportunity for new users. I'm going to get to some of the chats real quick. Shout out to everyone joining in today. It is another Disney day. I think we are getting spoiled right now, to be honest, with all these drops. Disney, Pixar, Marvel. We have the best and the biggest brands of all time on one app, dropping day after day after day. I think we're going to look back and just say, can you imagine some of these Disney collectibles, these Disney FA collectibles are selling under retail for some of these things? Kind of like what we said with the Marvel Comics #1. We couldn't believe that was selling for $2 in the marketplace. And then just fast forward a couple months and we saw it run up huge. So I'm not saying these are going to be just as big as MC1. You know, I'm not comparing that to that. But I think just goes to show you that we're getting blessed with so many amazing drops time after time again. I think drops like these are just great opportunities to onboard new users, because you got to think some of these drops are out of reach for the average person. So we got Simone. I hope we all get Jafar today. I'm going for a quick gate because it's a thin loss margin. Not a bad idea. I do like the fact that these are only $20 retail. I think it's a lot better. Maybe, you know, the team's hearing what the community's been trying to say. It's trying to say that some of these drops, they feel like maybe a little bit too expensive for a lot of people. You know, sometimes a $60 price point. They think maybe sometimes it should be like 30, 40. So I like the fact that these These Disney villains, these little emoji style collectibles are only $20. I think it's a great price point for a lot of new users. It's not too expensive. Looks like I'm give it a miss. Shout out to Light. Appreciate you for tuning in today. Tucson, we'll get 2 at the most. And if anyone wants to know what QuickGate is, I believe you're referring to Simone. Basically, when you go for these drops, instead of waiting until you see that green screen with the green truck to let you know what mint number you got, what rarity, you can actually go back and get more drops by exiting that screen. As soon as you wait, though, you have to wait until all of your gems are taken out of your account. Once you wait until all of your gems are taken out, you can hit that exit button, go back and get more drops. I think I'm only just going to stick with 1 today, maybe 2, but I'm feeling only 1, I think. We get 2 at the most. I bought more gems. Good morning. Shout out to Tito420. We got OBL in the building. Morning, bud. Love these week collectibles. Ursula all the way for this one from me. Let's go, OBL. Okay. Hopefully you get a low mint Ursula. Shout out to OBL. Again, if you guys aren't following OBL, you guys got to check out Orange Bag Lady's YouTube channel. She's always doing Twitter spaces, so make sure you guys go follow OBL. Morning, fam. We got Miss Rose in the building as well. Ursula and Jafar. I know Miss Rose been trying to go for Jafar. I think Ursula is a good one too. I like both of these. Let me try to go back to these real quick. Give it another look. Jafar is definitely going to be one I think majority of people are going to be targeting. So I think it's going to probably come out the most expensive. It is the ultra rare. I'm wondering if, since Ursula's pretty popular, the common, really not that many more editions either. I mean, there's 13,900, basically 14,000. There's only 10,000 basically of the rare, and then basically 9,000 of the uncommon and the rare. So really not that far behind the uncommon and the rare for Ursula. And I think of how popular it is, and I like the way it looks too. And I'm pretty sure there's some hidden gems in this detail. Yeah, right here. Here we go. This is what I read right away. It says down here, she is shown in full color in this 3D emoji style collectible, complete with Ariel's voice captured in her Nautilus necklace. Now, I wonder if that means we're going to have some sound. Maybe you can like open up the necklace. I don't know. Maybe that's all speculation right there. But if you read that, it makes you wonder, could the common have a little, little sound music hidden in there? I think if that was the case, that would definitely spike the price, spike the value big time. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing too, OBL. I mean, you 100% understand how this works and what they're trying to do. I think a lot of us get excited for all these big, huge IP drops, and we all want the Darth Vader and everything. But you got to realize too, I mean, OBL, you get it and you understand. I'm glad you said this because 100%, some of these prices can be intimidating for a new user. I mean, not everybody's coming into this app for the same reason. So you're going to find, maybe kids, maybe parents. You never know who's coming to the app to collect some favorite, collectibles, some favorite brands. So 100%. I think VeVe is going to do a good job in the future at having, collectibles for everybody. Maybe, a Monday, your high edition count, something like the Disney villains. Maybe Wednesday's a comic book. Maybe Thursday's another big drop. Friday's a huge 1 of 100 drop. Sunday's a 1 of 1 artwork. I mean, sky's the limit for what they could do. And I do think they're going to constantly switch it up and just have a variety of everything, because if they're going for the masses, that means, tens of millions of people out there, and it's still so early. So I think they're going to bless us, and they've already blessed us with so many different types of variety, and we still have new verticals still coming to VeVe. So I can't imagine what that's going to be. But I definitely agree. I think it's good to have, plus, it helps all of our pockets too, especially the average user. We don't have, unlimited money to where we can just keep going for these crazy, crazy valuable collectibles. But I think it's going to be good to have both. Absolutely. Yeah, I hope they don't go below retail, since we all can't resist by now. I think once we get the web app, once we get the KYC, once we get the MTL, once all these catalysts happen in the next few weeks, next couple months, I don't want to put a time frame on it because, I'm open to anything. Delays can happen, as we've seen before. But once we get all these catalysts, I think that's going to stop kind of the black market, I guess you would say. And I think that's going to help a lot of these drops from going under retail. That's the only thing I'm thinking of right now that could be the reason why. I mean, there's two reasons why I'm thinking right now. Maybe because people are still buying the, half off gems, or I think too when people are just gambling on these blind boxes, if they don't hit that low mint or if they don't hit that secret rare, ultra rare, I think a lot of people are just trying to get as many gems back as possible, and they're willing to take that loss right away. So I think that's probably what's happening. I mean, I wouldn't suggest that, taking a loss right away. But, to each his own. Ken Dub, what up, JD? Good morning, fam. How did you do yesterday? How are you doing yesterday's drop? So I've been getting commons. I've been comment gang for a while now. I keep getting commons. I got one ultra rare on the last comic book arc, I believe. But yeah, the Team Marvel just got a common, nothing crazy. Trying to find my mint number right now. My mint number is 26,881. Common after common. Join the common gang. But I always say, and it happened too with the comic book arc. I got, like 4 or 5 commons in a row, 4 in a row. And I said, what happens when you get a bunch of commons? That ultra rare, secret rare is around the corner. And then next thing I know, I got the ultra rare. So I think that's the secret. When you get a bunch of commons, that big one's right around the corner. How we doing, BDK? I'm also going to dive into the NFT Pirates video in just a moment. Finish that up. It's only about 20 minutes left, I think we have. Wow. Could you imagine if Sebastian interacts with Ursula? See, this is stuff that I don't know about. This is stuff that you're going to have to teach me, because I don't know, how all the Disney characters integrate and what everything is about. So Ken Dub, I mean, that would be insane. And that's the kind of utility that I think these big brands will start to have in the future. But I think it's still early. And I think it's going to come down to a lot of these artist collectibles. These artist collectibles are kind of going to pioneer and pave the way and show these big brands, what kind of utility that can be installed. Like we saw Matt Gondek. Shout out to Matt Gondek, because I think what he did for the community was just amazing. It brought so much positive energy. People were excited again. I mean, it was a great time, and I didn't even get all the airdrops, but I was excited for the people that did, because it's just showing that, a collecting app built by collectors are starting to reward those collectors that are holding on to these sets. And that was something that wasn't even just, spur of the moment type thing to, please the people. That was something that they've had planned. So if that's something that they've had planned with Matt Gondek's airdrop, how it all integrates and interacts, I mean, if that was planned, it just goes to show you that they've been thinking about this kind of stuff. So I think these artist collectibles are going to pioneer a lot of the utility stuff that these big brands could eventually start to bring on board. Like Coca-Cola, they're watching to see what's happening. Disney's watching to see what's happening in the community and how everybody responded with those airdrops, how things can integrate and interact with previous drops. Reese has said before that, I believe it was Reese or it was David, Dan, Alex, someone on the VeVe or Comey team. They've talked about how, in the short term, or they talked about how there's going to be utility with these big brands long term, and that these artist collectibles, these artists, like I guess just collectibles right now, but in the future we could see comic books from artists. They've talked about how that's going to just pioneer, and they've talked about how these big brands watch this space. They watch the community. They see what's happened, and they see what everybody's liking, disliking, and they see how that was I think that was a pivotal point right there with Matt Gondek's airdrop and how everything interacts with the previous drops. Because I think these big brands are watching, seeing how the community loved that. And I think it's got them starting to, really gear up. What kind of utility could they bring for maybe all the Disney golden moments in the future? Or maybe all the Batman DC collectibles, or Superman or Mickey Mouse, whatever, you name it, right? Coca-Cola. I think it's just the very beginning. So that would be awesome, Ken W. I would love to see that. What do you reckon of this drop, JD? Going for it, BDK? I had a lot of thoughts about this drop. I waited until I saw the Medium article until I really started to think about my opinion on it. I was going to maybe pass on this drop because I do think this is going to be an opportunity for a lot of new users to maybe complete a set, maybe get, some great MCP points out of it. But for me, I feel like if you were limited on gems and didn't really want to gamble on or anything like that, might be a good opportunity to pass. But also, ultra rare, I think the ultra rare will probably do pretty well. probably a couple hundred maybe. But I mean, it depends. I'm just going to go for it. It's only 20 gems. If it was maybe 60 gems or something a little bit more expensive, I'd probably pass. But I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to have a little bit of excitement with you guys on the live stream today. I'm only going to go for one, though. I'm not going to, spam the buy now button and grab as many as I can. Maybe that turns out to be a good possibility. Who knows? I do think that a huge catalyst for this would be if this was involved in some kind of game. Maybe in the future on the Disney emoji game, you can integrate some of these collectibles in the game. That would be huge. Then I would see a huge, my prediction for these drops would be a little bit different. But for right now, just because that's speculation until that's confirmed, I'm going to say, let me see here. Let me go over the edition count again. I'm hoping the common goes over retail. I mean, the retail's only $20, so maybe it's like right around it, maybe a little bit above. I'm hoping it's a little bit above. There's really not that many editions. Less than 10,000 editions for the uncommon, just over 10,000 for the common. Maybe in the short term they don't do that great, but I think long term it's going to go over retail. I doubt. I've said this in the very beginning when the common DeLoreans were $3, right? I said I highly doubt most of these collectibles on VeVe that are under retail will stay under retail long term. Maybe in the short term because everybody's geared up for May. Everyone's excited for Star Wars and everything crazy like that, right? That we're hoping for. We don't know for sure. Nothing's confirmed, obviously, that we're getting Star Wars in May. Maybe. But I think long term, I don't think they're going to be holy grails or anything like that, but they should be over long term. DG, good morning. Short term, maybe they just get hurt a little bit, like I said, just because everybody's kind of excited for what could drop in the future, near future. We got Austin Wolford in the building. What's up? Good morning, fam. Shout out my boy Jay Baz for that potential knowledge. I'm not that brilliant. Who's Jay Baz? Yeah, shout out to Jay Baz. I guess Kent W, that question that you asked, if Sebastian interacts with Ursula. I'm not sure who Jay Baz is, but shout out to Jay Baz if you're watching, my man. Skip Gate. If you're going skip gate, does that mean you're just going to skip the drop and go for the under the retail in the market? A solid idea for this one as well, too. We got skip gate going on. We got quick gate going on. Shout out to all my coffee gators out there, I should say. What to do, JD? What's your strategy if you don't land ultra rare? You're going to complete the set. Price predictions is market. Cheers. Shout out to LJ, my man. LJ, my strategy for this one, if I don't land the ultra rare, I'm probably just going to chill with the one I got. If it comes out in the market, I don't expect the prices besides the ultra rare to be crazy valuable. If it is, that'd be great. But I'll probably just chill with it. I'm not going to sell it right away for a loss. It depends what the ultra rare comes out. If I don't land it on the drop and the ultra rare comes out near retail, then yeah, I'm going to get it and probably complete the set. Excuse me. If it comes out and it's over $200, I'll probably just let it go. If it's under $200, I think it's an easy set to complete. But we're going to see plenty of sets in the future, probably. I think this is something where if you want to collect it and you want to hold on to it, I think it's a good idea to hold on to it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. But if you're looking to flip it, quick flip for a lot of money or investment pieces, I don't really think that's this kind of drop. I think this is more for like a collection, for a collector. Or like a new user just trying to onboard, a new Disney collectible. A lot of these Disney collectibles are out of reach for maybe a new user. So that's my opinion on it, LJ. If I don't land the ultra rare, I probably will just let the ultra rare pass. I'll probably just pass on Jafar. Unless it comes out extremely cheap. If it comes out, I may just grab it. But right now I was trying to hodl some gems. I did just pick up some other collectibles. I felt like I was running out of duplicates to flip. I have a lot of big duplicates, you guys know, but they're almost too big of duplicates to let go just yet. So I've been trying to think of collectibles that I can kind of stack up on. Maybe not stack up, but just grab a couple duplicates to flip a little bit later, so I don't have to let go of a partners or something crazy like a Superman. So I got another Winnie the Pooh. Picked up a second Winnie the Pooh. Shout out to Miss Rose. I know she's got a second one too. Let's go. Can't go wrong with those Disney golden moments, I feel like. Shout out to everyone else who's stacking those Winnie the Poohs. I know APB got a nice little bag of those Winnie the Poohs. I know a lot of people got, stacking the Winnie the Pooh. I think it's a good one. One to at least get a duplicate there. I grabbed it, I think, at like 280. And then I also grabbed a few uncommon, like a handful uncommon Mickey Mouse NFT Collection Series 2 under retail. And the reason why I did that is because I don't see a Mickey Mouse NFT Collection Series 2 staying under retail. And there's not many from real people left either. But I've been trying to stack up gems up until that point. And so I kind of just spent some gems right there on those. So now I'm trying to stack even more gems for May. I'm trying to at least get to a couple thousand. Once I get to a couple thousand gems, I'll feel a little ready in case a big Star Wars drops. But I wanted to at least have a few thousand gems ready for that. So right now, LJ, I'm trying to stack gems right now. Shago, good morning. Good morning. Simone, you're not going to get me with that one. December, Bitcoin in the building. How we doing, fam? How's everything going? Good luck on the drop today. Hit that like button. See me back. Guys, usernames are hilarious. BDK, I'm going to go for one or two purely because they're so cheap. Absolutely, BDK. I like the fact that they came out with a $20 price point on these instead of maybe a $60 or something like that. I think they're starting to really get a good understanding of maybe the community feel. Dun, dun, dun. Appreciate you big time. Matt Smith, good morning, fam. Good morning, good morning. How many are you guys planning to buy? I'm just going to go for one today. Not many skipping this drop. I know, right, Tucson? I felt like I originally thought a lot of people were going to skip this one. But I felt like maybe people are just going to go for it now because it's so cheap. Rich Buddy, I mean, possibly. I mean, maybe Disney probably has a say in this too as well. But I think a combination of both, probably. How we doing, Energy? How we doing, fam? Miss Rose is going to get two. Add a little, extra lottery ticket in there for that Jafar. I like the thinking there. I'll snag two or three if I can to gamble. Yes. I mean, 20 gems for ultra rare is probably going to be at least, it's got to be over 100, right? I'm thinking like over 150. I'm thinking like 200, max maybe 250 if there's only like one or two in the marketplace right away. We'll see what happens. Exactly. It's hard to pass up 20 gems for a Disney drop, Disney FA, whether they're Marvel Mighty looking like or not, I'd be surprised, kind of, Rich Buddy. I feel like, yeah. I mean, under 20 would be, kind of hard to see happen in the marketplace. Maybe if there was $60, they might go down to like 40 type thing, like we've seen before. But the fact that these are 20 and they're kind of Marvel Mighty looking, and I don't know, I hope they do, all stay above retail. I think the common could end up flipping, maybe the uncommon and the rare. Wondering if that happens. I know a lot of people are into Ursula, so there are too many golden moments. I mean, I don't think that's true at all, Tommy. But I understand your thought process on that. I think a lot of people maybe thought the first wave of golden moments were going to be it. So now that we're bringing out all the golden moments, people feel like there's too many. But I don't think there's too many. I mean, these are the biggest brands in the world. That's like when Jordan releases, after how many Jordan shoe series are there, right? I mean, a bunch of them. That's like saying after 5, there was too many. After 6, there was too many. After 7, there's too many. I tried so hard to get you. I'm on the ball these days, Simone. I I trusted you guys too much. I didn't think you guys would try to trick me or anything like that. But now I know you guys are, up to some games. I got to be watching what I bring up. See, Spill, good morning. Good morning. Gonna go under, JK. I hope they don't, Jacob. I hope they do stay above. It always surprises me when things sell out instantly, and then you look in the market and then things are under retail right away. Like I can understand if you bought something and then months later, it just never went up the way you expected. You want to put those gems into something else, maybe. I can understand that, but to do it right away, just never understood that concept. But I think what's happening, people are just gambling, trying to go for that low mint or that ultra rare, and then willing to take back whatever gems for the next drop type thing. So I'm going to max out. I'm going to max out my luck. Shout out to Tito 420 going quick gate today. Good luck. I hope you get, 4 or 5. I think a lot of people are trying to decide that too, December. I'm only going to go for 1 today. 1, maybe 2. I think I'm just going to go 1 though. Happy Saturday, Johnny. I made it late, but I made it. Hey, better late than never, Ronnie Lido. Not really late either. I mean, we still got over 30 minutes to the drop. About 25 minutes in. I feel 3/4 of these collectibles will go under retail. Do you mean from today's drop, Tony? Or do you mean like overall in the market? Overall in the market, I would say I disagree with this. Maybe, in the short term for this drop, maybe only the ultra rare goes over retail and the other ones go under. I'm not sure. But the fact that they made these $20 is, I like that because it's going to be hard to sell these under retail at that point, as opposed to maybe having these at retail for $60 or something like that. Snagged the kit this morning for $19.50 under retail. Couldn't believe it. Gotta love those deals. Yeah, Marcus Cole. I think the vehicles are, overlooked big time. I definitely wanted to get a second ultra rare DeLorean because I know I'm going to be able to rent that out in the future. And I know we're going to get amazing cars. Maybe it's Lamborghini. Who knows, right? But the first car ever, that's why I wanted that ultra rare DeLorean. I only have one of them still. But I wanted to have definitely a duplicate eventually. All right, I'm going to bring up the NFT Pirates video right now. Going to dive into this. Like, we watched this a little bit before, so I'm going to rewind it maybe just a minute just to kind of recap of where we were. 49 minutes in. I left the link to this video in the description of the video, so if you ever want to tune into this video on your own. We got Danny BR. We got Sean from Comics and Crypto. And we got Chad from NFT Pirates. This is a great video. About an hour long. Oh, shout out to Jay Baz. He just commented on the status. Shout out to Jay Baz if you're watching right now. He didn't comment on the status. You tagged me in the status. Let's go. I'm not following you, but great way for me to follow you. Shout out to Jay Baz 25. I just followed you and gave you a like, brother. Amazing collection, man. Verified partners, Club 33 exclusive member. Yeah, amazing collection. Disney, Jaunty Jig, got the Woody FA. I think Woody slept on too. I would grab another Woody. Got the partners, got Star Wars, R2D2, Pizza Truck. I'm going to answer the comment on the live. I'm going to reply with answered on the live. This is hilarious. We're in the VeVe verse right now. Oh, man. All right, so my thoughts on the comment. I like the comment. Common potential, A lot of people are in the Ursula. If it doesn't go under retail right away, I think it has the potential to maybe flip the uncommon, maybe flip the rare. I think it could flip the uncommon, but there's a possibility in the short term it could go under retail too. So I'm not positive on that, but I feel like that's the potential of it. Shout out to Jay Baz. I like it. Shout out to everyone using the VeVe feed too. I feel like people who are, grinding, getting their followers up, engaging with people, probably going to be rewarded for that.
It's funny because, if you look at the market sentiments back in, I think, December or January, whenever Steamboat dropped, Todd was like 3K. Steamboat Wooly was like 6K. Now Todd's 6K and Steamboat's 2.2. Like, just amazing how volatile and how the community really is like deciding. But our community is so damn small, realistically, especially the people that are highly engaged. That, like you said, Danny, once the fucking masses come in and people are like, oh, like they're gonna be like, oh, everybody's gonna be like, oh, I see that on every Disney movie, And one thing I actually wanted to pick your guys' brain about too was I was at Comic-Con recently in Toronto, okay? And this guy's like, like that owns this huge store. It's actually near where I live, but it's like one of the biggest stores for Comic-Con in Toronto, and it's called Comic Book Addiction. And this guy was like,
how often do you think about your poop? Now, some people think about their poop a lot. Others, not so much. Did you know that every time that you pay...
What kind of ad is that? Like, really?
Like, you know, whatever you do, he's like, when you're buying a comic book, he's like, try to get like the highest grade of that comic book because it should have the best appreciation. And when it's this kind of similar thinking to what you know, we do with the low mints. Like, I'm the same way. If I really think like a collectible is really important, if I want to get a super low mint because I think that like anybody that's very serious about, let's just say, Darth Vader or partners,
wow,
would
punch.
likely want to have like the best of the best.
I didn't know that.
Collectible. And it's exactly what we see in comic books, and we've already seen the amount of premiums that people pay for those. So I just thought that was like interesting, and if that's what you guys have experienced, and Sean specifically with like comic books, because I see a lot of people that are just like getting like the 1.5s of Grails, but I'm like, maybe you're better off getting like a 9.8 of something that's like a ebook.
Yeah, I mean, I some of the best advice I ever got was always go for the highest grade within your budget,
Right.
You know, for a certain comic book. So that's really what it comes down to. But I mean, at one point, I mean, I'd rather have a 1.5 of Fantastic Four 1 than 9.8 of like Ultimate Fallout 4. I mean, Ultimate Fallout 4.
See, what he just said right there is huge.
Right.
You know, for a certain comic book. So that's really what it comes down to. But I mean, at one point, I mean, I'd rather have a 1.5 of Fantastic Four 1 than 9.8 of like Ultimate Fallout 4.
You'd rather have a 1.0 Fall or Fantastic Four #1 than a 9.8 of like a random comic book. And that's why popularity is so important, because just because it's a 9.8 doesn't mean, you know, it's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Plenty of 9.8 comics are out there. You know?
The Ultimate Fallout 4 is a comic I'm really hyped on, and I do not want to put that comic down. But what I'm trying to say is, but there's a ton of them. You know, there's like 3,000 to 4,000 9.8s alone.
Wow.
Right? That's insane. And there's about maybe 2,000, less than 1,000 total of Fantastic Four 1s in the CGC census, and a 1.5 sells for around 10 grand. You know? So
Pretty sick, eh? I'd love to have that
yeah.
fucking comic in the background.
Oh, guys, like, oh, dude, I had an opportunity to get a 5.0. Was it 5.0? I think it's a 5.0. It was about 10 grand a few years back. Jeez. And I messed up. That's why I went hard when that comic was released. I'm getting a secret rare. I'm gonna find a low mint number. I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Really cool. Nice
Shout out Season 3 OG.
Yeah.
Even just emotional redemption.
Yeah, exactly.
What number did you get in the end?
83, yeah.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's literally like that comic and the golden moments. I mean, those will be me. Like everything else can go. Like the golden moments and that comic are like me to the finish line. You know, the apocalypse. Like we'll finish that together.
Yeah.
So, do you think they're gonna like? It seems now that they're gonna release all of those Fab 50, though, right?
It sure feels that way.
Yeah.
And who knows what other ones too? Like at
Yeah.
this point, it's just I don't know anymore.
But-
Hard to say.
Because originally we thought, because I swear it was like, I don't know if you guys felt the same, but it felt like Golden Moments that whole week was so
Magical.
special, or it felt different.
It did.
I didn't think that they were going to release more. I was so sure. Like, I was like, I'm willing to be there. Like I don't think VeVe, like you said, I don't think VeVe did, but which is why I think you've just got to take everything with a pinch of salt, because anything can change. But especially like I put a lot of money in.
I mean, that's the biggest takeaway right there. Danny hit the nail on the head with that. Like I always say, VeVe's a living beast, right? I don't even think VeVe expected them to really, continue to make those golden moments, but things change. So you got to continue to adapt your game plan, maybe change your strategy a little bit depending on what's happening. I feel like, we're constantly changing things, constantly adapting. It's just like life,
To those golden moments, because I thought this set is going to be the penultimate set. That was what that was in my head. Yeah,
I still think it is.
Yeah, I do as well. But obviously, I think that original first set will definitely hold more.
Also, I just want to comment real quick. 25 minutes left for the drop. There's 430 comments and 1.6K likes on this one. I think this is going to do a little bit better than maybe we're kind of anticipating, or maybe I'm anticipating. think a lot of people think these are going to go all under retail, maybe besides the ultra rare. And that was kind of my initial thoughts too. But the more I keep thinking about, how many people are engaged with this one, the fact that these are FA Disney drops, they could do a little bit better than we kind of think. You can usually tell by the comments how many people like it, how much excitement there is. I hope Ursula does kind of flip the uncommon and the rare. I mean, for everybody who gets the common. And VeVe makes the common usually the most popular. Not every time, but a lot of the times they do make the common one of the most popular looking characters.
More weight. Even now, you can look at the prices, it still holds more weight than the second release and the third release.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think later on down the line, it will still, that original set will still be the OG and will probably hold a premium over anything that comes out, depending on what the IP is.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. I think it's like something super popular. Yeah.
Which I think Winnie Pooh's in like a league of its own.
Let's go, Winnie.
Those stupid, like the S and A tiers. People got mad about that. It's like, it's just fun. It's only for fun. It's subjective. It's like completely, and you get people saying, "Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Why are you putting Timber, Timon and Pumbaa in C tier?" It's like, dude, it's just fucking. It's against R2D2 and C3PO, and then and Walt Disney. It's just for fun. It's who I like, not who I think everyone else should like. But,
we should screw with people and just put like Wally and like Chippendale and all these things at like S tier and put partners at like fucking D tier, just to be like, hey, we've had a change of heart, like see what people do. But
people are doing it already. It's just like someone had Wally and like S tier, and it's like, do you know what? To you, it might be S tier, and that's fucking cool. Like just do whatever you enjoy, and that's what people take it so seriously, especially if you've got, I don't know, who gives a fucking shit how many followers you've got on Twitter or YouTube? It doesn't matter. Like, we do this for fun. We're not making fucking money. Like, we do this for fun. Like, that is the whole point of it. Like, it's because we find it enjoyable. You shouldn't take anything anyone says.
If you guys are unaware of what he's talking about when a lot of people were making their lists of like what the best golden moments were, and we had like the tiers, and so a lot of people were like customizing their own lists with it.
Gospel. Take everything it says as like it's their opinion, and that is all it ever is. It's just it's you can't go out, and especially like people. It's easy to hide behind an online persona as well, which is what I see. Is everyone every time you get shit, it's from someone who's not actually themselves. It's not anyone putting their own face out there. It's from someone who's sat on a computer with a picture of fucking Daffy Duck or some shit. It's like, okay, well, I don't even know what you look like. I don't understand how you can go and talk shit about me or do whatever when I don't even know what you look like. It's difficult, isn't it? It's just like, I haven't even got the time of day to reply to you. But it's just sad. People are like that. That was just a shame.
Start selling online with Shopify.
Well, while we have another commercial, I want to give a shout out to Mendez Flips. I didn't realize that I just followed him. If I'm not following you on Twitter, reach out to me in the chat or let me know so I can follow you. I try to follow everybody. Mendez Flips wrote and tagged me. Thank you for the follow, sir. I've been on VeVe since March of last year, and I've always enjoyed your videos and contributions to the community. Let's go. Shout out to Mendez Flips if you're watching right now. At Sam577744169.
E-commerce platform that's trusted by.
It's true. I never forget BitBoy Crypto when I was like, getting really into crypto hard. He was like, Ethereum's going to be 25K by Valentine's. This is Valentine's, like, not this year. This is 2021. You remember that? He's like, all right, Ethereum's at 25K by Valentine's. And like everyone was like, oh my God. And then it just tanked. And like still, it hasn't really done much since, right? So it's like, like that's the thing. We're not making predictions. Like I was pretty amazed when I saw the Spider-Man go to 100K, and when I saw Marvel 1 SR, I think it was like at one point 109K or 113K floor, right? Now, but the other thing, guys, that I want to talk to you about is this. So right now we talk about engagement as a way to grow the app, right? Like engagement is critical for any kind of company to grow their platform. And right now, when bots are getting a lot of the activity, when there's not a lot of new users joining, and when, let's just say there are a lot of new users, but like, hey, your chances of getting a drop are like, let's just say 1 in 20, then they might not have the engagement that they're looking for to grow to 8 to 10 million people. Right? If you're showing up for drops, you never get them. So that's why I think like a queue system, utility, MCP program, all these things.
It's gonna make it
will
more
help
fun
with that engagement. But like, it's still a process, and that's what people have to understand. Like, this app started a year and a half ago. It's still like growing. I mean, we're the first in the business to really do proper licensed NFTs. I mean, you got Recur and all these other guys.
I mean, you got to think about that, right?
That's wanted to talk about that.
Like VeVe's pioneering the space. Like it truly is. Like it may, people always ask, when do I think, it's going to go mainstream? I don't have an answer for that. We all don't know for sure. I think it's going to be a gradual shift because this is something that's going to happen worldwide. Right now, if you ask someone, do you believe in NFTs? Off the street, random person, they may say, what's an NFT? Or they may say, maybe not, it's a fad. Even digital collecting, they may say, may not last. That's the same kind of stuff when digital music was here. Digital music streaming, people thought maybe a fad, and it didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual shift, and now it becomes normal.
That too, but I just think like it's patience here, guys.
Yeah, I mean, localization is also really big. We only
True.
have English on the app right now. I think recently, are we on China now? Is that? I saw a post by.
I saw that. Yeah.
Okay, that's like
I don't
really,
know.
really important.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the language. I don't know if the language is in Chinese yet. Or
Yeah,
Mandarin.
that's gonna be massive.
I think the app's available.
Yeah, that's a good start. That's a great start. I mean, it shows the government supporting it if that's the case.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
they're releasing tweets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, are they really?
Yeah, well, they're releasing tweets in different languages for the Discord, so they're obviously trying to push localization. I've seen it in Dutch, German. I haven't seen one.
That's amazing that they're doing that in the Discord. If you guys are in the VeVe official Discord, so many channels, it's grown so big now to where you can access the Discord now in different languages. The VeVe app still is only in English, I believe. Now, imagine that. This is so early still to where most of the countries outside of, if you're speaking different languages, can't even really access the VeVe app just yet. There's going to come a point in time where eventually the app's going to be able to be read in different languages. That's going to open it up to so many different communities, cultures, different countries out there. This is going to be, that's when it really starts to become a global phenomenon. Now everybody in the world gets to really dive into digital collecting from their favorite brands of all time.
Mandarin or Chinese or anything like that. But yeah, I've seen they're pushing different languages in different Discords, so that's a good step.
Can you imagine if, like in China, for example, you're able to have different languages on the comic books too? Like,
Wow.
That would be incredible, and it's still the
so
same NFT, but it's just just change the language to accommodate different regions.
Or
but also
subtitles up or something, or you can have like a translator.
Literally on the comic, it just has different. Yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, utility is gonna be massive. I mean, like right now, we only can enjoy our collectibles through our cell phones. Right? People can't really see them. They can't enjoy them. I think we're gonna need technology to step up. And we know we have Apple, AR and VR glasses coming out in the near future, definitely.
And David, you said before that VeVe's in talks with Apple, weekly, daily. VeVe and Apple are working together for, a while now, especially with all the Apple purchases that everybody's had to make. I mean, Apple's been, aware of VeVe's success big time.
That's gonna be massive. When people can actually see them and play with them, right? I have a buddy who's very much against NFTs in general. He still doesn't understand them. But for his wedding gift, I got him he loves cars. And he loves James Bond. And I knew if I found something that he would enjoy, I would suck him in. Right?
Yeah.
So I got him an Aston Martin Ultra Rare NFT, right?
So,
and he's sending me photos of the car in his driveway. he's like
let's go. See, that is huge right there. What Sean just said is literally game changing. Right now, so many people can't get into NFTs because they refuse to really dive into it to understand it because it doesn't interest them. They think of NFTs like an average person right now who doesn't really get it. They think of NFTs as expensive animal pics because they can't dive into the technology of what that really, what all really is there. Once they start realizing that NFTs the technology behind it is so much more, but right now it's really just digital collectibles. I believe that's going to be the new trending term that everybody uses. And once they start thinking about it like that, it opens their mind a little bit, but it's really the interest. Like my dad, for example, wasn't really understanding the NFT concept, etc. Once I start bringing in different brands and different things that he was into, he would start thinking about it. He came to me, and I think it was not Knight Rider. It wasn't Knight Rider, the movie that just came out on VeVe. I forget the exact name. It was something similar, Lone Rider. I don't know the name. I forget it. I always forget the name, but it had a motorcycle, like a Harley Davidson Captain America motorcycle bike or something in it. And he came to me one day and he goes, that bike should be an NFT. And I was like, whoa, what's happening right now? Like, this, to even have him think about that shows that, like, okay, he's into that motorcycle that was in that movie or whatever. So he started thinking about it like, wow, that'd be cool to own, maybe just digitally. And so once people get into things, that's when they start realizing, like, okay, now you're understanding the concept. So that's big. Shout out to Sean right there for sending his buddy, the 007, Ashton Martin, because he was into that stuff. Now he's understanding that NFTs aren't just this one thing that they thought. It can be anything, so that's huge right there.
He's playing with it, he understands it. Yeah. So, yeah, and I think over time it's going to become more significant. People have more opportunities to use these collectibles.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, gents, thanks so much for being here, man. It's crazy when I talk with you guys, like, time just flies. Like, I think we were talking already for over an hour, and I was like, people are mad at me. They're like, you gotta keep your videos shorter, bro. They're like, I don't have like 4 days to like tune in. So, but I think what people love about this kind of chat, it's informal. We're talking about real issues. We're giving you guys our real takes on this. So it's, I think it's important dialogue that we need more of, really. Like, this kind of reminds me of like Twitter Spaces, right? How people just get real, they get down and dirty, they start, talking about things that are important. So, so any other thoughts before we take off?
I was going to say about the. Obviously, there's a lot of people that have sort of got with Omi to NFT. Like, I don't know if you guys watched Foster's video.
I did see that.
Yeah, because he's obviously saying about, like, I don't know if you guys are talking about the whole MTL thing with anyone, but it seems like Omi to NFT would solve every single problem. That in my head, it would just solve everything. The every issue that everyone has, because it's like, okay, well, there's no cash out. Like, what do you think the reason is behind delaying Omi to NFT? Do you think it would just complicate things beyond their understanding at this point?
Well,
go for it, Sean.
I was just going to say the step forward that they're doing right now, the desktop version, isn't Omi now going to be reflected on the desktop version? So they've already started ways to figure out to connect those together. So there's already progress there, right?
Once we see Omi to NFT, we're gonna see floors that we've never seen before. I truly believe that. I mean, you got to think of how many people right now have tens of millions. Some people have hundreds of millions of Omi. And we've already been able to, on MetaMask, convert ETH to Omi. Once we get the website up for VeVe, and then people can connect their MetaMask to the VeVe website, convert their ETH to Omi, and then go shopping. It's going to be game changing.
Yeah, it's just I mean, that would be great. I think the web app should be like, I think he said, like, the web apps, like, they're losing they've lost 90 million or around 100 million in revenue just from app store fees since they've released.
Shout out to my guy Tyler Gear, VeVe Chusk. Let's go. One of my hometown boys who believed me early. Same with Joe Kelly. Tyler Gear, he got into VeVe. He started buying them up. He started realizing the potential. And, rest is history. I believe he bought one of his cars, right? With some of the VeVe NFTs. Let's go.
So, to me, obviously, that's their top priority. It must be, which is why it's massively in development. So I'm 100% confident. I think they'll just drop it on us one day, like on Tuesday morning or some shit. It'd just be like, there you go. There's the web app. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, you can cash out over to an NFT now. Or you can just do all this stuff. I think that's the way they're going to go. Like you said earlier, I think they're going to under promise and over deliver, which I think is the way to go.
Yeah.
Under promise and over deliver. That's always been what they've been wanting to do from the beginning. But, it got to the point where I think they just blew up. Literally, like, imagine you open up your first store ever, right? It was a little coffee shop, coffee store, right? You opened it up in the physical world. You were preparing it for years. You were projecting maybe, it would be a pretty big coffee store, but it's just, for example, 30,000 people, right? And then all of a sudden you open the doors And 2 months later, you have 180,000 people, and you're like, what is happening? So what happened to VeVe? The first couple months, they had 5,000 in the first month, just under 10,000 by the end of month 2. By the end of month 3, they had 180,000 users. They were like on year 4 projections already. Year 3 probably right then. So,
and that catalyst for all the people that are still like trusting and part of the company is going to be massive. I think that would be like, and we're talking about numbers, like crazy numbers. I think that's the only way to get those crazy.
And real quick, I just want to touch on what Punch just said in the chat, because he 100%. This is what I think of. Do you see our evaluations? That's how much OMI we have. Let's go. Best way to look at it all. 100% Punch. A lot of other people have said this too. I've always said these OMI or these VeVe NFTs, especially the blue chip, the ones that are really sought after, I believe that's almost the same as staking OMI right now. I look at it like staking OMI in collectible form, because eventually we're going to be able to list these collectibles. Say you don't want, 2,000 or 3,000 gems. You can list it for 1 million OMI and then receive the OMI in your OMI wallet. So that's the way I look at a lot of these, especially the high-end NFTs. It's almost like staking and longing OMI.
Crazy numbers is like, people being able to convert their crypto and be like, I want this, and that's why we had the blockade, right? It's like you only get so many gems in per day. People were out there buying dirty gems. Like there's so many restrictions.
Boom comics.
Black market deals happening just so people can get in. And if you think about like how many roadblocks there were for people to get in and how much these NFTs still climb through, imagine no roadblocks, no restrictions. Whatever you want to put in, you put in, right? That's gonna, like you said, send it to another level.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, I don't know if you guys knew. Do you guys know anyone that got banned for those gems as well? Because I didn't. I know people now. Like, I didn't know originally, but people have messaged me saying, "Oh mate, sorry you got banned." I was like, "I'm not fucking banned. I haven't been banned." But people said, "Oh, I heard you got banned." I was like, "I'm not been banned."
I'm spreading the rumors, Danny.
Yeah, someone's just spread rumors. Mate, did you get your account back? I was like, I was never banned. I just haven't tweeted in a week.
Danny 757 Wall. Yeah.
I also helped spread those rumors.
Yeah.
You don't tweet for a week and people think you're fucking banned. It's like, no, I wasn't gone. But people like legit. What's your guys' stance on the people that did get banned? Because I know a lot of legit players in like not legit collectors, they've come out and said that they shouldn't they aren't going to punish people for buying gems off app. Well, obviously this was a massive deal because they had an $8 million exploit. I mean, a lot of people knew that something was up. We just weren't sure what. So it's what do you guys take on it? Like, I don't think they should be. I don't think they should be punishing people for doing something they were told wasn't against the rules. What do you think?
It's a difficult one, right? Because like put it this way, I think VeVe took like kind of put a blind eye to it, but I don't think they ever said like do it. But I think they kind of had a blind eye to it. We're like, listen, we were kind of aware of what's going on, and they didn't like formally address it because I think they understand that it is a part of the ecosystem. But put it this way, for somebody that's like, oh, you were buying gems at 0.45, and because you bought it at 0.2, well, they're now 4. You're now a bad guy. I'm like, well, it's completely subjective. Like, I would have thought 0.45 was an absolute steal. Yeah. And so, 0.2, I wouldn't be like, oh, well, now that you bought 0.2, like, you should have noticed that. I mean, at 0.45, I would have said, holy shit, like, where are you getting this deal? But I don't know. Like, I feel like.
We got ad gate today. Commercial gate.
The issue is that from, again, like, I don't want to shed too much light here, but I think that there is a lot of people that do this, and I think they are a part of the ecosystem, whether we like it or not. And I think like taking those people away, it will affect the ecosystem and potentially people's interest because, as much as it goes against potentially VeVe's terms and conditions, it is the only way sometimes that people want to invest because they're trying to get in. They're trying to put a lot of money in. And that's
the other hurdle that we're at right now. There's people with big time money trying to get into VeVe, but you have a 600 gem max limit, right? I mean, you can keep adding 600 gems in, but then you get hit with all the fees. So think if you wanted to put in, 50 grand. 50 grand to me is, a ton of money. But 50 grand could just be a little investment piece to a lot of people looking to invest in some of these collectibles, right? How does someone get 50 grand into the VeVe app? Right now, this is like this is why I say it's VeVe BC. I would love to see or find out who came up with that, because I think that'll go down as part of, historic terms. This is VeVe before crypto. Once people can connect their MetaMask wallet to the VeVe web app, game changing. 5-minute warning. All right, we'll wrap this up. Last 4 or 5 minutes here after the live stream or after the drop. Kind of want to just go over real quick, just strategy again. I mean, today, I don't think we're going to need to be, we don't need to be like on tap gate time, basically. I haven't done tap gate in a while just because these drops haven't been selling out in like 0.001 seconds, like the first 50 milliseconds. But just for anyone who's, tuning in and wants to know maybe where the drops are happening, because this is a blind box, so you're not going to be able to click on the rarity that you want. So at the very beginning, we're going to go from the store tab here. This is the latest drop. Again, right here is where you can kind of see how much excitement there is. There's 2K likes, almost 500 comments already. I mean, that's pretty solid. So the buy now button is going to pop up right there, right above this notify me bar and right below the detailed description box. Now, again, I like to leave the description box unopened, meaning I'll leave it just like this, because once you open it for the drop, once that buy now button pops up, it's going to slightly move. So if you keep it closed, how it is right here, the buy now button is going to pop up right above that notify me bar that I just clicked. Now I click that because I want to test it out, see what happens here. They used to have this thing to where you could click it, go back. All right, weird. But sometimes I'll click that notify me button and then I'll back out and come back in, because usually or sometimes it would be basically not clickable. So you could keep clicking it and nothing would happen. But it looks like it's not working. So you are going to have to click right in between both of them. You could accidentally click notify me or up top. Just make sure you click right in between both. It's good that we have a background to where you can see where that's going to be. And again, I don't think you have to absolutely time it perfect, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it surprises me and we do. I'm still going to try to time it perfect just because I want to keep that same routine. So basically the buy now button pops up 1 second after 0. I'm going to act like there's 0 minutes left for this example. And I'd start counting down with like 5 to 10 seconds left. Try to stay in rhythm with that countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. Probably would have been perfect timing right there. So again, the buy now is going to pop up right where my finger is here. 1 second after 0. So I start my click slightly before I see 0, but for these drops, I don't think you have to start it before you even see the buy now. That was my little trick. I would start my press slightly before I even see the buy now. So by the time my thumb gets from here to here, it's literally perfect timing. And I feel like I mastered that. Shout out to everyone else who, did a really good job at understanding that and having success with these drops when a lot of people still couldn't get them. Manifest SR today. Let me check real quick. We got a minute 13. Is this an ultra rare or a secret rare? So it's an ultra rare today. So no secret rare today. But you never know. Maybe full set holders get a secret rare airdrop in the future. All right, not 1 second left. 1 minute left. Shout out to my coffee gators. I am going to record this. I'm going to take those comments off. Oh, so now the notify me button is unclickable. Interesting. So if you did click that and you backed out a few times, it's actually not clickable now. So crazy how it keeps changing. I like to click that and make it unclickable because then it's almost like having a bumper on one side of the bowling alley. You know, you can kind of hedge if you're spamming away. You can kind of click towards that instead of accidentally clicking the details. I'm just going to time it though. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. Got it. I'm going for it. Let's go. All right, I went for 2 of them. I went for 2. This is my second one. I don't know what my first one is. I did quick gate with y'all. We're going to see what this one is. I wonder if it's sold out already. Again, quick gate would be like you exit out. I'll show you guys because I did do it on the first one. I have it recorded, so. Oh my God. Uncommon 72, a 72 mint. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. What? My luck doesn't stop. Holy cow. Wow. Wow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Did anybody get the ultra rare today? Wow, K Walker. It was an uncommon, but K Walker's predicted this. JD with an ultra rare 2 digits today. Oh my God. I got an uncommon 2 digit. Let's go. I think this will sell out right away. Montage, you were kind of right. It's already sold out, so I got 2 of them. Today we will know if there's bots going for drops. Possibly. I think when we get something like a Darth Vader, we'll know for sure. Possibly. I got 2 Queen of Hearts. I think I got the same one. Queen of Hearts gang. Let's go. Win ultra rare. Crypto Superhero said WTF. Got 4 of them. Wait, what? Sold out. Wow. Got 4 with 2 captures. Wow. Okay, shooter. Some people got 4. Did anybody get more than 4? No way. Katsumatsu stuck on adding gems, huh? Interesting. I've only heard people, had a smooth process with that recently. Sad day. Yeah. Interesting that you got stuck on adding gems today. Maybe there was more demand for this. And maybe that's the issue when there's a lot of demand for something. Maybe that's when, you can get errors sometimes adding gems in. Wow, let's go. Holy cow. Why is my alien emoji not in my quick emojis? I can't believe I haven't been using the alien emoji that much lately, I guess. 72 mint, Larry Mackins, right? Insane. Appreciate that, Ivy. How did you do today, Ivy? Did you get one? Did you go for one? Did you get the ultra rare? Did OBL get the common that she wanted? Energy got the common, the uncommon. Got an ultra rare Zebrito. Dun Thumbs just went platinum. That's hilarious. I gotta make a song called Dum Dums now. Wow, let's go. What a pass. What a catch from Zachary Roy. 2000 mint Ursula. Wow. That's a great mint right there, Zach. Getsy got an amazing mint like that last time. I think he got a 3,000 or 4,000 mint or something like that. Katsumatsu got a rebound. Let's go. Myers got a rebound. Super Rush got a rebound. Is this rebound gate or what? All right, so let me show you guys what I did here. One, zero. By now, it's still so quick. So I bought this one. As soon as it took out the gems, I exited out and bought another one. And then I waited. So as soon as it takes your gems, then you can go back and get more. And then you guys witness greatness right here. I was like, what did I say? 72? Man, I haven't got excited like that over a VeVe drop in a while. All right, I don't know if they have sound. Let's check. Let's check Ursula real quick. Wow, let's go. My collectibles in the building. I got Jafar. Shout out to my collectibles getting the ultra rare. And the sun got Ursula. Let's go. Shout out to my collectibles fam. So, all right, Ursula has no noise. So that speculation's gone. Never know. Maybe an airdrop. Maybe a secret rare airdrop. Who knows? Price predictions, Johnny Z Brito. I feel like the ultra rare will be the one to go after, I think. I don't think these are going to be crazy, like Holy Grail Z Brito, like crazy valuable. I thought maybe the ultra rare might be, a couple hundred. But I don't see these going like crazy. I was hoping all the other rarities, the common, uncommon, rare, stay above retail. It's only $20 retail, so I'd be kind of surprised if they do go below retail. But again, Marvel Comics #1 was $6.99 and it went below retail. So if Marvel Comics #1, something as crazy, important, and valuable as that, and historic, and it was only $6.99 and it got resold for $2, maybe these do go under retail in the short term. I think long term, though, anything under retail will be valuable. Not financial advice, my opinions only. Bobby Green, 4 dubs. Yes, let's go. Shout out to Bobby Green. Also, I think next week is when I'm going to really start to branch out and really start to interview people, have different people come on the show. Because I feel like a year in, I've been doing it by myself now for a while. Never even had anybody else on the show before. So I feel like it's about time now. I get out of my comfort zone and I start interviewing a bunch of different people. I may bring on some hometown people and get their thoughts on, maybe their experience this whole time through VeVe. See how they're feeling about things and everything like that. So I think it's gonna be fun. I got some game plans up my sleeve. I think it's gonna be a good time for everyone. Got 4. What are the odds? A completed set. Wow, Super Rush. I really hope you do. They all have sound, JD. Do they really have sound? Why is my sound not playing? They do have sound. My sound wasn't working, or it was off, I should say. Let's go. We were right. Wow, let's go. Wow, what a surprise. Let's go. Under promise and over deliver. The motto of VeVe 2022. Let's go. Let's go. Music Gate. Man, you guys know I'm snipping that first part of this live stream about where I said maybe there's music hidden in here. Hey, guys, shout out to the Call Me VeVe team if you guys are watching, listen to the stream, because it's got to be hilarious for you guys. I can't believe I tried playing it too and I couldn't hear the sound. This is hilarious. They all have little different. Let's go. Do you think you can hear that in the vault? 100%. It definitely will be. You definitely be able to hear it in the vault. See, this is actually great too because the bots are listening to what I'm trying to say of these projections, predictions, what other content creators are saying. So I actually love the fact that they put in these little surprises because the bots, those people ask us for predictions all the time to see if they should go for it, etc. And now you can guarantee you they're all pissed if they didn't go for this drop. Wow, let's go. Punch 72. Congratulations. My birth year. I collect those. Hey, Punch. Maybe we can work out a deal. Let's go. Music to my ears. Man, that just put me in the greatest mood ever. VeVe really surprising us in the past 3 drops with hidden features. Pretty dope. Yeah, I love the fact that this is happening, Katsu. Johnny Game Day. Johnny Drop Day. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to try to find the part in the stream real quick that I said. And then we'll get watching NFT Pirates video, finish it up. I'm going to try to find the part in the beginning of this live stream of where I was talking about that. So many amazing drops, time after time again. I think, the quality's not the best, and I can understand that. But I think these are pretty solid. I think there's a game right now called Disney Emojis Shout out to Bell. He put out a video on the Disney emoji game. Speculation if these could be used in it, we don't know for sure. Maybe this could be just a way to kind of promote that game. We don't know. I mean, eventually, I think it could be integrated at some point. But right now, I do 13,928 editions. Now, I think for these drops with the edition count, I think this is going to be a solid drop for new users to come in. We have the uncommon here. We have the collectibles they wanted are out of reach. I think that's really right away in the market. People are glad for this drop. Buy it back once in today. We have the marketplace. And then
where did I talk about this?
A couple months and we don't know. I mean, eventually, I think it could be integrated at some point. But right now, I do believe that these are only the statues. So we have the common here, Ursula. This is $20. They're all $20. So it's another blind.
They all have sound punch.
13,928 editions. Now, I think for these drops with the edition count, I think this is going to be a solid drop for new users to come in, on board a couple collectibles.
I definitely think a Darth Vader will have an animated lightsaber.
I think that's really what this drop is kind of for. It's kind of now we have the fleet. I think this is the best too. Experience of all months, and we saw. So for a lot of people, the exit button. I wonder if since Ursula is pretty popular, common, really not that many more editions either. I mean, there's 13,900, basically 14,000. There's only 10,000 basically of the rare, and then basically 9,000 of the uncommon and the rare. So really not that far behind the uncommon and the rare for Ursula. And I think of how popular it is, and I like the way it looks too. And I'm pretty sure there's some hidden gems in this.
Here it is.
Yeah, right here. This is what I read right away. It says down here, she is shown in full color in this 3D emoji style collectible, complete with Ariel's voice captured in her Nautilus necklace. Now, I wonder if that means we're gonna have some sound. Maybe you can like open up the necklace. I don't know. Maybe that's all speculation right there. But read that, it makes you wonder. Could Common have a little, little sound music hidden in there? I think if that was the case, that would definitely spike the price, spike the value big time.
Let's go. All right, finally found it. I love when I say things like these and then they come true.
Detail, yeah, right here. Here we go. This is what I read right away. This detail, yeah, right here. Here we go. This detail, yeah, right here.
They all have music. Yeah, not many people know yet, Punch. I don't think many people know they all have music. Yo, VeVe Vibes in the building. Shout out VeVe Vibes. Yeah, VeVe Vibes. I wasn't sure, I felt like maybe a lot of people had that same kind of thought, but they look like regular statues, Look like, because they didn't talk about that on any other collectible. That's what kind of made me think the same thing as you, VeVe Vibes. I was like, maybe they are just describing the outfit.
It's all speculation right there. But little sound music hidden in there. This detail. Music hidden in there.
Let's go. Man, good. Shout out to everyone who was on the cusp of maybe not going for it and decided to pull the trigger and go for it. Let's go. Yeah, Kid was another one. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, shout out to everyone who hit today. Let's go. Shout out Ed Feely. Man, I can't wait to see what my first one is. Sniffle Gang. My sniffles are terrible again, aren't they? It's crazy how I can start the stream, like even before the stream when I woke up today, perfectly fine. And then about an hour, like now it's really bad. Like an hour into the stream, sometimes like 45 minutes into the stream, but that's what makes me think it's got to be something down here. I personally think it's probably my vents because I have a vent literally like right up there. Let me see if you can kind of see it. See, I have my vent right up there. I think that's what it is. It's probably got not the best stuff in the vent. I tried a little something different today. I tried putting the air purifier closer to me, and then I put my fan on just to kind of get the air moving around here. I felt like it was probably a little bit better. It's animated. I don't think they're animated. They're just they just have sound. Let's see if my first one popped in. Ooh, so I got a rare. Okay. Let's go. So this is the first one that I got. Not a crazy mint or anything like that on this one. 8699. Pretty cool. I feel like I get 69 mints all the time. Got the rare. Got the uncommon. I should have went for maybe the maybe a third one, but then I wouldn't have seen that 72. So I'm glad I did what I did. It's crazy. That's why I record these, because you never know when something crazy is gonna happen. And honestly, that's just my life. The craziest things happen to me all the time. Like I should have a video recorder in my car, because there'll be times where I'm driving by myself and I see the craziest things or the craziest things happen. And I'm like, okay, even if I repeat to someone what just happened or what I just saw, no one's even gonna believe it. So that's why I try to record like I should have. My biggest regret was not kind of vlogging the early days in March in 2021. Pacing back and forth in my kitchen, telling my mom, these digital collectibles are going to be gigantic. Like she understood, she knew too. Like, but she's like, you need sleep. Because I had to try to learn so much. So I got I think it was the Queen of Hearts I got, right? Facts, punch. Vibe said these deliveries are super slow. Great point here. Let me take a look. I'd agree. Yeah, wow. So if the market opens up right now, there's still 11,000 commons out of 13,000 essentially that still have to be delivered. So that tells me if the market was to open up right now, the prices are going to be expensive. The market's open. Are these listed? Wait, no, it's closed. I guess I had the market up from before. All right, so if the market was to open up right now, these are probably going to start out pretty expensive and then work its way down and probably hit a floor bottom. And then if there's demand, that's when they start going back up. But maybe, it's going to be interesting because there's sound. People are just finding out that there's music. So maybe even if there's only a few listed in the market, maybe people FOMO in and the prices go up. My opinion would be not to buy these right away. This is just my opinion. my opinion is, these may start out kind of expensive, so I would probably hold off until all of them are delivered and then probably get into them. Financial advice, just my opinions. Come and deliver this or the unicorno. What do you mean by this, real talk? This is actually a good point, Kasumatsu. I'm really not too sure about it. I would have to imagine it played somewhat of an impact. But I mean, even before we really had that kind of issue, prices always have gone up and down. For example, when the DeLorean first dropped, the common was animated and drivable for about 5 to 10 minutes. And the prices did go up. It finally sold out. Well, actually, it wasn't sold out, the common. And once people saw it was drivable, even I bought a bunch of them. Everybody was buying a ton. And then they finally sold out. And then that feature got taken away. And then people were pissed off saying there was too many editions, etc. And so people were reselling them for $3. It got down to. Obviously, it didn't start at that price, but it was like it worked its way down all the way down to $3. And then people said they were garbage, etc. And then months later, they went back up in value. Anytime we get an update to a vehicle, there's always been like a quick pump, and then it'll kind of die back down. Maybe the extreme volatility was, helped because of all that stuff. Mr. Dunn, you need to stop playing around with VeVe and go play the lotto. Richard Danforth, man, my luck is crazy, isn't it? It's so crazy to where the first day I watched The Secret with one of my buddies, we went to 7-Eleven and we bought lottery tickets. And he won $50 and I won a small amount too. I don't like to play the lottery and that kind of stuff because, one, it gets addicting. I have an addictive personality, so I would get addicted to that stuff. And two, it's like I never wanted to really get in because people are like, you're a gambler, all this negative connotation. It's like I'm really not, but I'm really like lucky though. That's the thing. Gambling is not one of those things I love. I like competing. That's what I'm addicted to. That's my addiction, is competing. That's why I love, fantasy sports like FanDuel. I'm addicted to just making lineups for people just to win, even when I don't play, because I don't play every night. But I give lineups out to people, and they don't use the exact lineup. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they have fun making their own type of lineup. Sometimes people like to just use it as like a base and then plug in their own type of stuff. But I just like to compete. That's my addiction. I have an addiction to competing. But you're right, Richard. I definitely should probably play the lotto a little bit once in a while because I have an extreme amount of luck. And I don't know if it's because I manifest it or what the case is. I do believe in higher powers, and that's why I always say, I'm half alien. I believe humans are kind of all half alien. That's a story for another debate. I see a bright future forging solid VeVe partnerships, and we're going to get there. Let's go. Absolutely, Punch. It takes a village, It takes everybody. It takes the whole community. VeVe Vibes in the building. Shout out to VeVe Vibes. Wow, buy now button still up at 28 minutes. Interesting. Your good luck is the stream is my bad luck. I kind of have to agree with this, unfortunately, December. I'm going to not agree with this because we're going to change that around. We're going to change your bad luck. My 72 still has to get here. I'm hoping Jafar comes out cheap. If Jafar comes out cheap, I might as well complete it. But we'll see what happens. Let me know. I'm going to put this Omi Dad. Shout out to Omi Dad Jordan. They were trying to keep the bots away. I kind of agree with this statement here. And I love the fact that they're kind of not telling all the secrets and the surprises, because if they said this sad music, I think maybe they might be a little bit more interested. Nah, Johnny, you must work at VeVe with this type of luck. We got Liam R. I mean, that is a goal of mine one day. I do want to work for VeVe one day. I think eventually that time will come. But I feel like they're also in a hard position because imagine what would happen if, I was actually on the VeVe team, right? I feel like there would be a lot of speculation of he gets all the inside knowledge, all this. So I feel like there may be some kind of partnership in the future, I think, with content creators, with people. But it's a hard battle they have to face because that's the I feel like probably why they haven't paid influencers and stuff like that, because imagine if collectors were on the VeVe team, I feel like it could get tricky, I feel like. So no, I don't work at VeVe, but that is a goal of mine. I do want to work for VeVe one day. Be part of the VeVe Komi team. VeVe Vibe said the marketplace is open. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I have a feeling it's going to be expensive right away. All right, we got Jafar going for $50. I'm going to buy that. It's probably not going to be available. Yeah, not going to be. It's not available. All right, floor is 98, 99. Pretty cheap. But again, I'm surprised it's this low because if there's not many delivered, I feel like it could go down. But it's already so low. I thought it might start out at like 150, 200, maybe 250, and then work its way down. Interesting, it's low already for that ultra rare. All right, the rare is at 26. The uncommon's at 25. The common's at 21. Let's go. They're all over retail. Let's go. So it's wild that we got to say that, but I mean, they might go under retail, but they came out all over retail. That's definitely a good sign. I'm going to check how many have been delivered. All right, so the common, there's still 10,000 common that still have to be delivered. Keep that in mind in case you're buying them. I'm not saying don't or do buy them. I'm just letting you know that a lot more have to be delivered. Ultra rares, there's still over 5,000 that have to be delivered of the ultra rare. Yeah, I think people are just finding out there's music. I think that's why I think people may FOMO into these higher prices. Well, they're still low for that ultra rare, but so many have to be delivered. It's going to be an interesting dynamic to see what happens here. We got the rare 6,800 have to be delivered still for the rare. Ultra rare is down to 75 now. Price predictions are out the window now. Slow deliveries and them having music changes the price quite a bit. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's why it's always kind of, VeVe Vibes, you're probably asked price predictions all the time, right? It's hard to have an idea because it really depends on how the market opens, and that's always different. Like if the market opened right away for a drop, when everybody gets theirs delivered, or I'm sorry, if the market opens up right away before everybody gets theirs delivered, the prices could be a lot different than if they wait until everybody gets their collectible delivered. Just that alone could be a big factor. And then plus the fact that this is like a hidden surprise with the music definitely changes a lot of price predictions out there. I probably will grab an ultra rare if it's this low. If it's like 60, $50, like that seems. Yeah, imagine they do have another huge drop announcement. Usually they could. I mean, what's coming for tomorrow? We don't know. So I think yeah. What's coming for tomorrow? What's coming for this week? A lot of questions. Be interesting to see what these do. I can't wait till my 72 comes in though. Let's go. Hmm. A lot of private accounts, I feel like, putting collectibles up at a pretty low price. Interesting. Yeah, decent price. There's just so many that still have to be delivered. It's interesting to see what happens here. We got the common going for 17. We got the uncommon going for 18. Got the ultra rare like 57, 58. The rares going for 22. Every time I try getting one, it says all allocations been delivered. So looks like the floor is a little bit higher than what people think. I don't know. I probably shouldn't buy one right now just because there's so many more to be delivered. Usually the price drops. There's still 4,900 to be delivered, but they're so low. It's strange that I feel like it could be still a great opportunity to buy one. Easy Master Collector program points. That's a fact. That's kind of how I see this drop. Like, I think it's a cool one. I do think it'll be more so for those that, you know, are newer. Love the fact that I had a hidden surprise there with the sound. Let me put on this rest of this video now.
They can't necessarily do that with fiat, so this is like the workaround, and I think it's unfortunate. Like, but again, there's another Omi to NFT, you know, issue being solved, right? Like maybe Foster is right. Maybe it would solve everything, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's like, you know, I just don't think, I don't know how they're going to deal with it. Because I was talking to one of the guys that it's a complicated issue. You just think, okay, well, they'll just refund they're going to take away the gems that were proven to be stolen. Like, 'cause they've locked. I think they locked like 300 accounts. Yeah. Like, overall, I think they locked 300 accounts.
Probably even more than that by now.
Involved with it, or that bought the gems. And like, let's be honest, if you see gems at 0.25, I mean, to me, alarm bells are ringing. First thing, so I'm like, okay, well, why are they that cheap? But I'm also thinking, oh, maybe I can get 10k gems for $2,500 here. Yeah. So it's difficult, and you can see why people bought them, because if people are willing to sell them, and like, I have seen messages from people on the team saying, oh, we're not going to prosecute you, whether or not that's, do you know what I mean? Where they're such an early company, they might not all be on the same page. You don't know, or it could be fake. The information going around is not all the same. So I feel bad for people that have bought them, that I know are genuine collectors, or people that are new that didn't know. So I think they just need to clear it up. But I do think they need to be careful about how they deal with it, especially as I've seen people with deducted gems as well. Have you seen that? Like people that have been unbanned. Like, say if they bought 1,000 gems and they only had 200 to begin with, they've been left with like minus 800 gems, and the only way they can transfer anything, I don't know if this is true, this is what they've said to me or I've heard, but the only way they can actually transfer NFTs or sell them is until when they bring their balance back to zero.
Interesting.
If you want to take full control of your sales pipeline, you need to.
I think there's a lot of people that are going to have their collectibles, you know, all these fake accounts and bad accounts, etc., that have collectibles, they're going to be burned. It's going to take the circulating supply down a lot, I believe.
Monday CRM. It's
really, yeah. So it's negative. So they couldn't transfer it to another account. So whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. It could be absolute horseshit. I don't know, but it's just what I've heard. So imagine if someone's bought 100k's worth of gems, and they just sat there with $20,000, and they can't do anything with their collectibles now because they're minus 80k gems or something like that. Right. So, but you don't.
It's a complicated situation, right?
It's very complicated,
yeah. Sean, any final thoughts, my man? Words of wisdom.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, everyone just stay convicted to your investments. You're investing these for a specific reason, right? These are incredible collectibles from the biggest brands in the world, and they're always going to be officially owned. The license is going to be owned by these big brands, and it's always going to be alive on the Ethereum blockchain. So yeah, just remember, always do your own research. And for these comic books, especially the collectibles, we don't really know what's coming, but these comic books, we can have an idea because we can just go on websites like CodeCollect and see what's the top 20 Silver Age comic books right now, and we get a good idea of what's popular and valuable. So do your own research, guys, and it's going to pay off.
Great, guys, thanks so much, man. Like I said, it's really cool. I feel like this is a hangout more than it is a formal conversation. Next time, I was kind of sad because I finished my whiskey pretty early, like within the first 20 minutes, so I'm gonna have to get a second glass next time. But
bring the bottle up. You're making a room.
Yeah, you're right. But guys, thanks again, man. Obviously, follow these guys both on Twitter, and then make sure to also check out
Sean from Comics and Crypto. We got Danny BR, and we got Chad from NFT Pirates. Good video they had there together. I like these better than the Mighties, though. I kind of looked at these punch like the Disney Mighties, Disney villain Mighties almost. I talked about this one a little bit. Shout out Crypto K for getting the ultra rare on the drop. Jafar down to 55. I do think, long term, that's a great price, in my opinion, not financial advice. Short term, they can have a huge drop tomorrow, maybe this week, next week, announcement, and then, these get probably hurt in the short term. But I still think 55, 56, 60, even 70. Short term, it's interesting because these have sound, music. People are just finding out about that. But there's still so many to be delivered still. 4,643 ultra rares out of 6,000 remaining still be delivered. And if you guys want to figure out how to find this out, really easy. Just go to the store tab, go to the drop that just happened, scroll all the way down, and let's just say you want to look at, the common. Click on the common, scroll down, and right here is where you can see all the details of how many editions. Go to editions, and it'll say 9,590 of 13,928 remaining. That means 9,590 still have to be delivered and sent out to people's accounts. The rare is pumping a bit. Hey, let's go. I got the rare. It is. You're right. I should sell it for like 30 right now. But I want to have the set, so I'm gonna just hodl it. If it goes up or down, that's all good. I'll probably just grab the common. Might go into retail once they all get delivered. Maybe not. Who knows? Bought 2 rares for 20 gems each. Happy. Let's go. Punch making moves. Got dubs. Only Jafar is missing. Shout out to Energy. He's about to get 90 sets soon in a couple days, or depending on when the next drops are. Maybe by next week. Big 90, huh? I'm touching almost 60 again. I think I got up to 62, maybe 61 before I start selling a couple sets off. But I want to hover around that 50, 45, 60 mark. I feel like it's a pretty solid amount. We need to complete this easy set. Yeah, I'm going to. I only need the common left. Again, I think the ultra rare. I mean, for its price right now, it's back up to $69 right now. $70. Hey, it looks like they're all, it looks like people found out maybe they got a little music to them. Crazy, could have just bought it for 55 and now it's back up to 70, 75, 80. Kind of wild, right? I mean, I think these could get to a few hundred, maybe a couple hundred for the ultra rare. Long term, I mean, maybe even more, but short term, it just depends what gets announced. Oh, okay. Smart move, Energy, getting some duplicate sets. Once that web app comes out, you're going to be able to sell a full set together. That's going to be huge, I think. Yeah, I got good ideas coming up for the channel this coming week. I think this is the week where I start, venturing off, start doing some different interviews and stuff like that. I got I think you guys have heard now, one of my hometown buddies, Tyler Gear. I got him into VeVe early March. I think it might have been late March by the time we really start going. But 2021, got a couple early collectibles, early sets. So I may have like a new thing. He lives in my same hometown. He's one of the people that I've been telling you guys about, where he struggles on a lot of the drops, but lives in the same hometown as me, a couple blocks away. So I always would use him saying, everybody would say when I was getting these drops, it's all about location. It's all about this. It's like, well, if it was really all about that, why are people in my hometown not getting these, But I think I could have him on the channel. Maybe it's like every Tuesday or every couple days or once in a while, once a week type thing. But if I could have him on, maybe even just once, But since he lives nearby, I think it could be a cool addition to the show. Maybe like Tyler Tuesdays or something like that. If you guys are familiar with Pat McAfee show on YouTube, it's like a sports center, but basically on YouTube. He has Aaron Rodgers come on, I believe, every Wednesday or every Thursday type thing. I might start having stuff like that. Especially just because a lot of the interviews in the future will probably be like Zoom or stuff like that. Because I'm not going to be able to go to the person in person. But someone like that in my hometown, it'd be cool to switch up the vibe a little bit and do like an in-person conversation, having 2 people on the same screen. We probably have to use the same microphone, but we'll make it happen. Let me know in the chat if that's something that you would definitely want to see in the future. I definitely think it could happen. Easy MCP points, in fact. Kind of wanted to wait till my 3rd digit came in, but But I'm gonna be signing out today. Also, Punch, I got to send you that link to the Discord. It's still nothing really set up in the Discord. Shout out to everyone who has joined. You know, you guys are in here in the beta version before anything's really set up just yet. Just people in there chilling, hanging out. There's not too much set up just now. Let's go. Wow, and number 88 ultra rare. Woo! Shout out to Mr. Lex. Ferris Hamden. That's a big one right there. Number 88 ultra rare. Woo! Hey, let's go. NFT Pirates in the Common Club today. We'll definitely take this mint. Pirates with a sub 1,000 common. Let's go. Getsy had to buy some gems before he flew out to Disney World. Shout out to Getsy in Disney right now. Getsy, if you're listening, I want to see a lot of Disney pictures with Walt. Or not just Walt, but like, you know, Mickey Mouse golden moments with the Walt statue at Disney. In front of the Walt statue, I should say, at Disney. Put link in chat, Discord. I don't want to put in the chat. I just want to kind of keep it like a invite only right now until I start developing a little bit more. But it's still in the beta version, basically. Reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram if you do want the link. Probably by the end of next week, you know, I'll start putting the link out there publicly. But till then, I am signing out, fam.
This is a quick story of how I became a millionaire.
Had to bump it while we sign off. You know it. We've been really on it. Moon boy, watch some chart stars soar. Had to put that in there. All right, guys, I'm signing out. Stay tuned for all the announcements coming soon because you never know when VeVe's going to make the new medium, new announcement, new drop. We don't know what's coming. I want to hear predictions, though. When this gets uploaded, I want to hear some predictions in the comments. What do you guys think's dropping? What collectible comics do you think we're going to expect next week or maybe tomorrow? More so next week, though. These are FA, absolutely. FA Aladdin. FA, a lot of big-time collectibles. So I think people are going to be a little bit surprised with this drop, but we'll see what happens. Till then, till the next drop, I'm signing out. Appreciate you guys big time for all the support. I'm signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out.